All right. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Fit Live Show. Okay, so welcome. So whether you're joining us live or you're watching this later on, thank you so much for joining me again every Sunday 4 p.m. Right? Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Coach Saudi, and I am the co-owner of FeelFit, and together we bring health and fitness to people, whether it's online, whether it's physically in their home or workplace as well. All right. Okay. So again, welcome to another episode of the Fit Life Show. Okay. So today we are actually going to go through two very simple tests to see where your fitness level lies. All right. Okay. So why is this important? Okay. One of the key things why we decided to do this is because well, it's coming near the end of 2020, and we know when a year is ending, everybody's looking forward to the new year. I know 2020 has been very interesting for some. I mean, it's been weird for some of you. And well, there's all kinds of different, it could be struggles, it could be obstacles, but it can also have been a year of new learning and changes for you, right? Okay, so today we are going to actually talk about how do you know where you are, right? Why do you want to know that? Because if you are planning ahead in 2021 for your New Year resolutions, I think it makes sense for you to know where you are, right? Okay. Or if you are not making any new health and fitness goal for 2021, I think it's still very helpful to know where you are. So at least you know whether you need to do something about it. All right. I think with the whole COVID situation, more and more of you are health conscious now. More of you are concerned about, is my immunity level high enough? Am I healthy enough? If I really get become COVID positive, will I be able to survive it, right? Okay, so I think really when we talk about fitness, most people talk about six pack and bikini body whatnot, but really what we want to advocate is fitness is really about health as well. So today we're going to talk about fitness in terms of health. All right, okay. So for those of you who are here joining us, please do leave a comment so that we know you're here, and then hit the like button or share this with your friends or family if you think this is going to be helpful for them. All right, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start now. Okay, let me just bring up my slides. All right, okay, so we are going to talk about two simple tests to find out how fit you really are, right? Okay, so again, if you're here joining us, please leave a comment so I know you're here, and then feel free to ask any questions you might have as we go along. All right, okay? Okay, so when we talk about how fit you are, what do you think fitness really mean, right? Okay, so according to ACSM, which is the American College of Sports Science and Medicine, there are actually 5 components of fitness. All right, so the first component is the cardiovascular endurance. Then for the muscles, we have muscular endurance and muscular strength. All right, and then of course we have flexibility and body composition as well. So I'm going to talk about these 5 components very briefly, and then we're going to go straight into the test. All right, so if any of you are looking forward to knowing how fit you are exactly, all right, in relation to your age, okay, just stay tuned, okay? All right, so let's move on. So when we talk about cardiovascular health or endurance, those of you know this as aerobic fitness, all right, okay? Of course, you are running, swimming, biking, all this basically repetitive movement are what we call aerobic exercises, okay? So when we say that your cardiovascular endurance function is um, doing very well, it basically means that your heart, your lungs, your blood vessels, all of them are doing a good job in transporting oxygen around your tissues, all right, and at the same time carry away the metabolic waste products. Okay, so cardiovascular endurance is really important because it's for your heart and lungs, and it should be something that's done by everyone regardless of your fitness goal, to be honest. All right, okay. Okay, number 2 is your muscular health. So muscular health, we split it into 2 kinds. All right, so we can know it, we know it as endurance or strength. So endurance, right, is basically how whether your particular muscle is able to keep contracting against a resistance over and over again. All right, okay. So if you think of it in a daily living, it will be something like, when you climb up the stairs, it's not just only one flight, right? It's not only one step, you're going to go up a few flights. So being able to go up a few flights of steps, that is a demonstration of muscular endurance, number 1. All right, okay. Or even if you're just lifting and carrying your groceries from NTUC, Sheng Siong, from your car to your house, or just from the supermarket to back home. All right, being able to carry over a distance, that's also a demonstration of muscular endurance. All right, okay. Then the other part of muscular health we talk about is strength. All right. So in terms of strength, right, we usually talk about the maximal force. That means the amount of force the muscles is able to produce in an all-out effort. Okay, so in this case, in your daily living, when are you going to do this? Maybe you need to carry a table, you want to carry a sofa, right? So lifting heavy things, all right, or just lifting up a heavy box. That is a demonstration of your muscular strength, all right? And for some people, especially as they get older, right, being able to stand up from a chair itself is also a demonstration of muscular strength. All right. Okay. So for those of you who are quite young, you may not understand. Like sometimes think about standing up from a chair is just something that you don't even think about. But actually, for the frail elderly, this is a test of muscular strength as well. All right. Okay. Okay. So far we have a few of you joining us. Do say hi if you are just joining us. And then again, welcome to hit the like button and also share this with your friends and family if it is helpful for them. All right. Okay. So the next component of fitness is flexibility. So for this one, it's really about the ability for your joints to move through a whole range of motion. Okay. So if you're not flexible, you're not able to move through the whole range. Okay. And therefore, it actually affects your balance, your coordination, and agility. And we know, again, this is really important, all right, because you don't want to be able to, basically, in case of a situation where you slip and you fall, you want to actually be able to catch your balance very quickly, all right? And this actually has got to do with flexibility, all right? Also, if you want to bend over and pick up items from the floor, you want to basically reach for something over your head on a high shelf, this all has to do with flexibility as well. So I hope by now you realize that when I talk about components of fitness, right, I'm not even talking about being an athlete, right? It's not even being an athlete. It's about your daily function, all right? Are you able to actually basically lead a life that is mobile, independent, and freedom to move, right? Okay, then of course the last component of fitness we're going to talk about is your body composition. So when we talk about body composition, it's basically your body's ratio of fat versus fat-free mass, all right? And it's the whole body, including your organs as well. Okay, so obviously I'm sure you've heard of it before already. If you have high level of fat mass, generally there will be a higher risk factor for a lot of diseases, lifestyle diseases, like your type 2 diabetes or heart diseases as well. And then fortunately, okay, so when we talk about body composition, of course there's many ways to measure it. But when we talk about in order to improve body composition, it is kind of like a byproduct. So if you improve in your cardiovascular fitness, you improve in your muscular health, all right, and your flexibility as well, generally your body composition will also improve together. All right, okay. So these are basically the 5 components of fitness. All right. So if you have any questions so far, please feel free to put it in the comments, and then let me know which component of fitness do you feel that you are the strongest in. All right. Is it your cardio? Is it your muscles? Is it your flexibility? Or is it your body composition? Which one is the strongest for you? Make a guess and then put it in the comments. All right. Or if you're wondering and you're not sure, right, this is what we're going to do next. We're going to actually do a very, very quick test to find out whether you are actually at the age appropriate level, basically. All right. Okay. So these 2 simple tests is to gauge how fit you are. Okay. The first one we're going to look at is your cardiovascular fitness first. Okay. So in terms again, generally, by right, in order to gauge your cardiovascular fitness, right, we actually need to go to a lab. All right, you physically need to be in a sports science lab because we need to hook you up the machine. We need to put you on a treadmill with a mask on to calculate your VO2 max, right, or bike. Okay, or we need to take your height, your weight, everything, your BMI, your cholesterol level. We need to do a blood test. So there's actually many things that we need to do to put together the information before we can tell you how healthy you are or whether your cardiovascular fitness matches your biological age. Okay. However, all right, what happened is, so in Norway, all right, the Norwegian University of Science and Technology, they actually did this study and they went through 5,000 subjects, all right, to try to determine their true fitness age. And then from there, they had some data points. So they came up with this website, right? that you can access without actually going to the lab. Of course, this will not be as super accurate as you would like it to be, but I think it's a pretty fun thing to just kind of go in and see, have a rough sense of where you are, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you where, okay, so the website is over here, right? And I am going to share the website with you right now. Hang on, application window. Oh no, where's my? Give me a minute. Stream yet. All right. Okay, here we are. Okay, so as you can see, this is the website, and I'm going to post the website onto the comments right now so that you can access it very quickly. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me just come back to these. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. So this website, as I mentioned, is created by the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. So over here, like I mentioned, usually you need to go to the science lab to do all this, but over here we are going to do a estimate. All right. Okay. So you can actually pick your language, and you just click on this big red button and test yourself now. Over here, you can actually enter all this information, and you can find out where you are in terms of your cardiovascular fitness. All right. So over here, I've actually keyed in my country, my residence, country and residence, and my ethnicity as well. You can see that you can choose whether you're white, Hispanic, Black, Native American, Asian, etc. So I have Asian, then your level of education. Then following that, you have your gender, and then your age. Okay. Your height as well in centimeters. Of course, you can also choose to go in feet and inches, and then you have your weight. Okay, so after that, next step, you can look at your maximum heart rate. So your maximum heart rate, right? Nowadays, fitness trackers are quite popular, and then if you had an opportunity to really go out and test your maximum heart rate, that's good. But if not, that's fine, because you just press the calculate button. What this does is to use a formula using your biological age to give you a estimate of your maximum heart rate. Okay. Then we have the step 4, which is basically asking you how often you exercise. All right. Okay. Almost never, once, etc., etc. And then how long is the workout each time? The benchmark is 30 minutes, more or less. And then of course, how hard you go. Is it just very easy, moderate, or really all out? Okay. Okay. Then this is the part where you will need to do some measurements. So you need to go and pull out a measuring tape, because you need to measure how much is your waistline. Again, use centimeters and inches. So if you do not have access to a measuring tape, you can kind of just use your pen size or using inches to kind of key in your waistline. Right? Okay, then the other thing you really need to know or find out as well is your resting pulse. So resting pulse, as the name suggests, it cannot be taken right now, because most of you are actually actively listening or doing something, right? Okay, so your resting pulse, you'll probably need to kind of just chill on the couch for a little bit, and then you can measure. Okay, so pulse, you can either measure it here, you can feel it, you will be able to feel the pulse, or you can actually, there's this vein here that will give you a pulse, all right, around your neck. Of course, if you have your smartwatches nowadays, now we have fitness trackers. Over there, you can also find your resting heart rate. Okay, so once you have a resting heart rate, you can just punch it in, and then eventually, next step, and then just over here, just tick to say that you understand, and this is used for research, and then take you to your results, and voila. All right. Okay, so over here, I forgot to mention what was input was actually Coach Bernie's data. I think roughly, okay. Okay, so she is 38. Okay, and her fitness age is actually similar to a average 30-year-old. Okay, so that means she is actually doing very well, right? She's doing very well because her fitness level is good for her age and gender. All right, okay, so fantastic, Coach Wendy. All right, you're gonna see her in a while, okay, because she's gonna be demonstrating. All right, okay, so this is how you can actually do a very quick check on where your cardiovascular fitness is, all right? And see whether your age is actually, or rather your fitness age, is it younger than your biological age? Is it the same or is it more? So of course, if your fitness age is a lot higher than your actual biological age, then it's time to do something about it, all right? And if not, if it's matching or lower, fantastic, keep up the good work, all right? Okay, so this is for your cardiovascular fitness. So if any of you have already taken the time as I'm going through to quickly gauge, punch in your numbers and then find out where you are, please let me know in the comments. Are you fitter than your age or not as fit as your age? All right, okay? Okay, let's go back to the slides. Where are we? Okay. Right, okay, so just now what we have done is to find out your cardiovascular fitness. All right, so that is test number 1. Okay, so very easy, right? You even need to do any exercise at all. Okay, but the second exercise for the second test, you do need to move a little bit. Okay, but you don't have to do it now. I'm going to show you how to do it. All right, what we're going to do now is to find out your muscular fitness. Okay, so the Abbott family, which is basically the guys who are selling Ensure and various products. Okay, they actually came out with this website that says test your muscle age. Okay, and this page is actually based on a study in 2007, right? And it's based on this very commonly used called the 5 repetition sit to stand test performance. All right. Okay, so what they have done is they recruited a whole bunch of subjects, and then together we have a certain number that can use to benchmark in terms of what your age should be able to do. All right. Okay. Of course, this is based on the Caucasians. So if you're Asian, well, I mean, there might be some difference, but again, take all these tests as really just an estimate. All right, it's not solid science per se, but it is a close enough estimate that can, at least guide you in what you should do going forward. All right, okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the website now. Okay, where are we? Let me share the screen. All right. Okay, so this is your test, your muscle age. Okay, and I'm just going to punch the website into the comments as well, and then you can see it from there. Okay, so over here, you will see that the instructions for the test is basically to get a chair that's about 43 cm high, all right, and then you need to do a 5 sit to stand test repetition, and then you need a timer to test yourself. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to pop over to Coach Bernie now, and she's going to show us what to do. Okay, hang on. All right, hi Bernie. Hello. Okay, so let me just put her as the oops. All right, okay, so Bernie is going to show us now. Okay, so she's sitting on a chair that is for about 43 cm high because we tested. All right, so saw this, and then it's actually 43 exactly. All right, okay. Okay, so she's going to sit at the edge of the chair, and then she's going to have her legs shoulder apart, and she will need to cross her arms across the chest. Okay, so what she's going to do is she's going to do 5 repetitions on the sit to stand as quickly as she can, but as safely as she can. All right, okay, so ready? Yeah. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done. All right, okay, so I was very briefly timing her, okay, and she took actually just 3.5 seconds. All right, okay, good job, buddy. Give me a high five. Okay, so let's come back to this. Okay, so you will realize that if you go back to the website, okay, over here, right, so she did the 5 repetitions and she only took 3.5 seconds. So if you go for, you can put in your age, 38, female, and then put in your 3.5 seconds, super fast, right? Okay, and submit. And they will tell you that you are not quite auntie yet. And your muscle age is actually in the 20s. All right. Okay, so Coach Winnie, want to come and join me over here? Okay, so this muscle, so this muscle age is actually just again, because actually muscular strength is very muscle group specific, actually. All right. So what this test is actually really just the lower limbs. All right. But still, at least your lower limbs is very important, because if it comes to fall prevention, your lower limbs is the one, it's a key muscle groups. All right. Okay. So yeah, it's not quite until yet, Winnie. Yeah. So for you, you can also try this and then punch the number in and see where you are. All right. Okay. But of course, again, there's a few things to take note of. If your knees hurt, it might be a chance that you're doing it wrong. Remember to push your weight slightly more to the heels or through the middle of your feet. All right. Okay. And then make sure your chair is nice and secure. Don't lean back, right? And then make sure when you do the test, especially if you are a little bit older or haven't been exercising at all, well, make sure you have somebody in the house with you when you do this test so that they can help you. All right, okay? And of course, if you have a reason for injury, please don't do it. You can do it when you have recovered. All right. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so how do you find the test so far? It's very, very simple, right? We have two simple, very, very, very simple tests. One is really just kind of fill in your information. You do some measurements of your weight, you get some measurements of the heart rate, resting heart rate. Okay, and that will give you a good gauge of your cardiovascular fitness, right? Which we already know Coach Bernie is very, very well. I mean, she's doing well for her age. She's 38, but her cardiovascular fitness is about 30 years old. All right, and then we have your muscular health as well. Okay, so that one we're just going to do 5 repetitions of 6 to 10. And again, we know that what Coach Bernie did, she did really well. Her age for muscular health is in her 20s. Definitely not quite auntie yet. All right. Okay. So do let us know your comments after you have done the test and share with us your results. All right. Okay. Okay. So now the question is, now that you know where you are, all right, especially for those of you whose result is not as stellar as Coach Bernie's one, what can you do, right? Okay, what can you do? So let me go through very quickly. Okay, so if you need to improve, what can you do to improve? All right. Okay, so according to the guidelines for general health, so again, what we're talking about here is not even trying to be an athlete. We're talking about just being healthy. All right. There's 2 things you can do. All right. The first one is you need to clock at least 150 minutes of moderate or intensity exercise every week. Okay. So that's moderate intensity, meaning you are breaking a sweat, you get slightly, your breathing gets pretty fast, but not breathless yet. Okay, that's moderate intensity. Or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise. So that means you're going all out, and that's 75 minutes. And this is a week. All right. So if you think about it, right, if you divide it, okay, if you're happy to move 5 days a week, each day, right, is only about 30 minutes if you do moderate intensity, or 15 minutes if you go all out. All right, but of course, if you can't afford 5 days, then you can break it up in other combinations. So if you only do 3 days, then it could be a 50 minutes moderate intensity per day for 3 days, and about 25 minutes of higher intensity 3 times a week. All right, okay, so the flexibility is there for you to mix and match to clock that 150 moderate or 75 minutes vigorous a week. All right, so that's for your cardiovascular fitness. Okay, the second element, which is your muscular health, right? You will want to perform strength training 2 to 3 days a week. All right, and very important is to make sure that you have a variety of exercise. Okay, so the thing about muscular health or muscular strength is that when you train, certain muscle group is, but it really only works that particular group. So you can't do push-ups and expect to have strong legs. Same, you can't just do squats and expect to have strong arms, all right, or chest. Okay, so you do need to have a variety of exercise. Quick one will be, make sure you have an upper body, lower body, you want to have a push, pull, all this in as well, so to have variety, okay? And of course, you're just starting out, actually body weight is good enough, and as you improve, you can start to throw in some equipment, like your bands, your home, small dumbbells, or if you have access to a gym, then you have more equipment to play with, all right, okay? Okay, and nowadays, okay, notice there's a third thing you can do, like I mentioned at the bottom of the screen, right? There's a third kind of exercise or format you can do nowadays. Is pretty popular. It's called circuit training. All right. So circuit training, they kind of try to combine both strength exercise and cardio into a single block of training. All right. Okay, and then depending on how they program it, it could be more of moderate intensity in terms of cardio. It could also be more of vigorous in terms of cardio, but at the same time, you are also throwing in some elements of strength endurance in there. So it can be very efficient that way, especially I think nowadays, most city folks, most of you could be, type of time, then circuit training could be a way to go. All right. Okay. So this is what basically you can do to improve both your cardiovascular health, your cardiovascular fitness, and also your muscular health. All right. So if you have any questions so far, please put it in the comments and we will look at it and we will answer it as soon as we can. All right. Okay. Okay, so before we end today's live show, I just want to make a very quick announcement. Okay, again, if you have benefited, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. All right, okay, so I have a quick announcement because this coming week, both me and Bernie, we are actually going to be speaking at this event. All right, this event is actually a whole learning week. Okay, I, together with a whole panel of international speakers, right? Okay, we have been invited, right? We've been invited, and on Thursday, we're actually going to talk about how you can hack your 2021 year resolution when it comes to fitness, especially those of you who've been thinking about how to eat better. All right, so we're going to actually give you 2 strategies to eat better without dieting. Okay, so this is an event I'm quite excited about because I'm always, as most of you, those of you who know us, we know we don't do meal plans, we do not encourage dieting as well. We certainly do not encourage crash dieting. All right. So, but we are always looking for the best way to coach people in their nutrition habits, and we have actually found the best ways that work, and we have helped many people, and we would love to share this information with you as well. All right. So do join us as we share this information with you. All right. It's gonna just be a 20-minute thing. Right. So it's about 20 minutes. Okay. And 2 strategies to eat better. Okay, and after that sharing, right, we are actually going to give you this free course on how to break free from yo-yo dieting and exercising forever. All right, for those of you, if it's a constant struggle for you to lose weight, you get involved in all this kind of different dieting, you lose the weight, you gain it back, you lose the weight, gain it back. This course is for you. Or if you know your family or friends who happen to be in this situation as well, do encourage them to join us, because after the sharing, this is my bonus gift for all of you who join us. All right, okay. And then just a quick sneak peek of who else is speaking as well. Okay, you can't really see this, but if you click the link, you will see the whole panel of 20 speakers, including us. All right, so this learning week, right, is very, very unique because we believe that going into 2021, we want you to be the best. Well, 2020 has been challenging for some of you. All right, could be in terms of health, even mental health, could be in terms of finances, could be in terms of, what can I say, right? 2020 has just been very distinctively different. And again, like I mentioned just now, you could have brought you challenges, you could have brought you breakthrough as well. But essentially, we want to bring you forward in 2021. Let's make 2021 a good one. And to do that, with this whole panel of speakers that come together to give you gifts, all right, that you can thrive in 2021. So we're going to cover topics like finance, we're going to cover topics like investment, we're going to cover topics like how can you, be confident, make sure you can, the grooming that can help you to be confident, how you can maximize a LinkedIn profile, how you can make sure that you're pain-free, okay, and many, many, many more, all right, and have better relationships as well. So we have a whole variety of topics covered in this learning week, and I'm very sure by joining us, your life in 2021 is really set to be much better than 2020 already. All right, okay. So again, the link to register, right? Okay, it's starting on Monday. Which is tomorrow. Okay, so do join us. Hit the link that I'm going to put in the comments in a bit, right? Okay, and join us for this learning week. So me and Bernie, both of us, we're going to be speaking on Thursday, but I'm sure you can gain maximum value from tomorrow onwards. All right, okay. So that is for the sharing. All right, okay, so let me just so I will be posting the link in the comments, and do register over there if you are interested to join us. All right, okay, so far I hope you have learned. Okay, again, I appreciate you joining us on Sunday. If you are catching up, I appreciate you joining us and learning together with us as well. All right, okay, so these two simple tests, please do go and try it and let us know in the comments where you are. All right, so again, so this is Bunny, I'm Saudi, and thank you for joining us, and I'll see you again. And remember, with Feel Fit, you're never too busy to be fit. Bye bye.
Bye.